Hi, this is Danielle, the domestic scientist, and in today's video I am going to do a gray and white tablescape. Now I have two different gray and white looks. One is a little bit more spring and summer, and the other has a couple of minor modifications to transition it more into a fall winter look. So stay tuned. So to start creating this look, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Farmhouse table because it has a very relaxed and casual vibe, and also because the dark finish is a nice contrast for my placemats. Now I found these gray and white placemats from my local Home Goods just recently, and the best part about it is it came in a pack of 6. Oftentimes you find placemats in packs of 4, and when you have a larger table you often can't find enough placemats that match to outfit your entire table. Now, when it comes to the charger plates, however, I am going to have to mix it up a little bit. I do have 2 burlap chargers that I'm going to use on the end, and then in the center of my table I'm using 4 gray glass charger plates that I got from Hobby Lobby, and that kind of has a really soft gray effect that's semi-translucent and kind of reminds you of the moon. It's a really creamy, pretty color and finish that I think really complements this table. And so now I am doing some of the finishing touches to this table. I'm adding my centerpieces. I have these 2 candle holders that are sheer. I purchased from a thrift store earlier this year, and I do like the starfish detailing, so it kind of gives the table a little bit of a coastal vibe. And even though that wasn't initially my intent, I think once I saw the way it looked along with the placemats, it really started to look coastal, and I really enjoyed it. So for the center, I wind up using this lantern that has kind of like an ash wood finish, and I really like the way it pairs because the wood is so soft and light and has that gray hue to it, and it does have a nice contrast with the dark table. I'm now going to add both a wine glass and a water glass to each of the place settings. I'm using a plain white dinner plate because I don't want any competing colors. I really want to just enjoy the creamy grays and the light white tones. And then I'm going to add in some silverware. So here is the final warm weather look that's perfect for spring and summer. I love the way it came together. It has a very nice casual vibe to it. It's cozy and warm, inviting. It's not too fussy, and you feel like you really could enjoy this table on a daily basis. Now I do want to point out one thing about this table is that I am not using a table runner. Now I used to be one of those people who felt like if I didn't have all the components to a tablescape that I shouldn't do it at all. But these days I'm taking more risk, and I'm deciding to go without it if I can't find the right one to complement my placemats. I love these placemats. I think they're so gorgeous and casual and just really comfortable, and it just seems like it goes with the Farmhouse vibe. However, I just couldn't find the right table runner, and rather than put something on the table that I wasn't happy about and spending my money on something that I just wasn't in love with, I decided to go without it. I think the dark finish on the table really contrasts with the pieces that I have in the center, and a table runner isn't necessarily needed. And because the surfaces of my centerpieces are very smooth, I don't really have to worry about it scratching the table. So let's take a closer look at the place settings here. I have on my captain's chairs 2 burlap chargers, and then I have 2 gray and white bowls. Now those gray and white bowls I purchased earlier this year at my local at-home store on clearance, and I was only able to find 2, but I thought they were so cute and so special, and I would hope that I could find some more if I went to multiple at-home stores around town. But unfortunately I was not so lucky. So because I only have 2 of these bowls, I'm using them on the end, and in the center of the table I have a plain white ceramic bowl. And that's another reason why I like having plain white ceramic pieces, because you can mix and match them and really kind of stretch and extend the amount of place settings that you can have for a table, even when you don't have all the matching components. So this is my warm weather look, and now I'm going to transition this table with a few minor changes into more of a cool weather friendly look. So hang on. So I have made some minor changes to my centerpiece to give it more of a fall and winter look. And what I was able to do was, first I used a dough bowl to kind of extend the shape and size of my centerpiece. Now I have this wooden dough bowl that I purchased from Hobby Lobby earlier this year, and I really love it because it is fairly large and it has some nice earth tones in it, and the inner surface of it is fairly flat so that I can fit something like a lantern on top and not have to worry about it tilting over. But still, it has enough of a live edge shape to be a little bit dynamic and interesting if you were to have more of the inner surface area exposed. So I put my lantern right in the center of the dough bowl, and then because I want to make sure it's filled out to the left and to the right, I started using this decorative vase filler all around, and then I topped it with some large pumpkins. Now I have 2 white pumpkins on this centerpiece, and then I have 2 like bluish gray pumpkins, which I think really go with the light hints of blue that are in the napkins here, and I think it adds a more warm and earthy effect to this table. So one of the other things that I like about this cool weather look that I've created is it has a fall vibe, but it does not use those traditional fall colors. Sometimes you don't really want to use the yellows, oranges, and reds in your home decor. Sometimes it's colors that you don't necessarily like, and sometimes it just doesn't fit the aesthetic of your home. So I like the fact that you can create a seasonal look using non-traditional colors, and that's one of the things that I really appreciate most about this table. So now I'd like to hear from you. Leave a comment in the box below and let me know what you think of my gray and white tablescape. Today's video is a part of a YouTube collaboration entitled Falling into Harvest. The hosts for today's collaboration are Gigi Faison, Shanji Living Life to the Fullest, Fabulous Designs on a Budget, Me, Myself, and DIYing It, and Timeless Elegance Designs by V. I'll have a link to each of the hosts' channels in the description box below, as well as a link to the collaboration playlist. Be sure to check out all the other Falling into Harvest tablescapes. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.